Hello,
Hi.
everybody.
Hi.
Oh, it's one day left. One more day to the
Hours.
launch. Are you excited?
Yes, so excited. We only have a couple of hours. How many hours do we have, y'all? Maybe, what, 12?
Not many, y'all. Hey, you guys, come and say hi.
Less than 24 hours to the
Okay,
launch.
let's
Yes.
go around the table and introduce ourselves.
Hey!
Okay. This is okay. Let's go around the table and introduce ourselves to everybody. I'm Pinoy, Lucci,
Jackie
Dallas.
Aguilar, Houston, Texas.
You guys.
Hey, Jackie.
Your turn.
Hi.
Marie Jandro
Howard.
from Connecticut here in Texas.
Woo.
Donna French, Massachusetts.
Awesome.
Kimberly, how you doing?
Welcome.
Jackie.
Welcome.
Hey,
One more.
Oops, sorry. That's okay. Sophia Lombard, Massachusetts.
Awesome.
Welcome to the show.
Connecticut.
Yay.
Woo.
Hi.
Around the country, women power.
Awesome. People here from everywhere, Lucci.
Women power. Okay, we're excited to have all different leaders from all over the country excited of Veridian. Why? Why Veridian? Okay, we'll go to the powerful women's down there in that room.
And these, these women were featured in the Success magazine, so these beautiful women are in the Success magazine.
Yes, tell us about your how it happened.
You start because you started it, Marie.
Okay, so they want me to start. I feel under pressure, but I'm going to go for it. Well, my story is about a little over 5 years ago. Sean and I were actually customers, maybe even 6 years ago, when Veridian first started. 1 month after they started, a good friend of ours joined the business, and he asked us if we would be his customer to help him get his Fast Start bonus. So we did, and we were a customer for 9 months, was it? I can't remember, something to that effect. And we decided, wow, this is really cool. Why don't we take a look at this and check the comp out and see what it's like? We've been a customer forever. It works, obviously, so let's see if this is something we want to do. So my boyfriend, Sean, and I got excited, met Jenna, who you guys have met Jenna, right?
Right,
Yes.
exactly.
Jenna Marzullo? Yeah,
Right.
pretty amazing. So we met her. She's the whole reason why I got excited about the business, because there's just something about Jenna that's so authentic and so genuine that I was like, I want to go into business with this woman. Because of Veridian, I don't have to work a full-time job anymore. I actually work part-time, and I earn a full-time income, because I used to work in insurance, and I used to drive through 52 traffic lights to get to work one way. Yeah, I got bored one time, and I actually counted how many traffic lights. It was like 52, and I think they added some more since I quit. But yeah, so and I worked with a bunch of people that I used to say good morning to them, and they would say, "What's so good about it?" So it wasn't very fun working with those kind of people, and I just knew that there had to be more out there. I just really wasn't sure what it was. And thank God, Veridian came into our lives. And then it wasn't maybe a couple months later, after I got paid, that I said, I need to tell this woman about it. So I called her up, and
I thank God every day for Marie, because if it wasn't for her, I would not be working with you two wonderful ladies, this group of women right here. And I really go about saying, you never prejudge anybody. You don't prejudge their predicament. Marie called me. It wasn't a good time. I was actually in the bankruptcy lawyer's office, but Marie says, I'm doing something with renewable energy. I was the easiest yes she ever got. I was like, Marie, whatever you're doing, I'm in.
you got to have Donna's to call. It's wonderful. Like, I literally was like, hey, Donna, how you doing? She's like, good. What's going on? I haven't talked to you in a while. well, kind of doing something different. She goes, what are you doing? And I said, I'm doing this thing in renewable energy. She goes, I'm in. Just give me 2 weeks and I'm in. And I'm like, can every call go like this? This is so awesome.
So he followed up with me. That was October. We tried to catch up in between, but we finally sat face-to-face on December 6, 2010 at a mutual friend's house, and we saw this really chopped up video, because back then we didn't have the great tools that you ladies have today. The video actually Frank and Joe made, and when you watch the video, it would buffer and freeze, and then the volume would go really soft, and then it would go really, really loud. So you're pressing the volume button to go soft and then to go loud.
This is like the honest to God truth is exactly the way it went.
Oh gosh.
She didn't care.
I got the message. Marie and Sean gave me my first couple customers. I had 4.
I mean, Donna started in a state that wasn't even open yet. She had a vision and was like, yeah, I don't care if it's open. I'll figure something out.
Yeah, it was. I had $450.
That's awesome.
I had $450 in the bank. It was 19 days before Christmas, and Veridian was $400. So I didn't actually think too hard. Christmas presents for my daughter and my husband, or a business that could change my life. I joined Veridian right there. She put me on the phone with Jenna. Marie was gracious enough. Her and Sean gave me my first couple customers. And then I hit the pavement running to Connecticut because we weren't open in Mass. And literally Deb Healy, sitting right behind you, which you can't see, we went into McDonald's. I actually signed her up as an associate there, but I got the rest of my 15 customers in 17 days. But what a lot of people don't know is Massachusetts was supposed to open in January of 2011.
Yep, we were excited about that.
we
were building a team for Donna. We were like going insane.
And then April we had a regional. And the regional, at the end of the regional, they were announced markets. They announced Illinois, New York. Next thing you know, Massachusetts, pending. Pending. So there was like 6 or 7 of us screaming like idiots, Massachusetts, and we get pending. A couple days later was the first week of May, and there was a special phone call for Massachusetts associates only. So we're like super stoked, thinking that we're going to find out before everybody else that Massachusetts is going to open. And it was the vice president of the company saying, we're not going to Massachusetts, probably not ever. Give you your money back. So send your policies and procedures back to corporate. But those of you, just remember, we're probably never going to Mass. You can stay, get a new start date of June 1st, and a free website. We're like, we're in. We don't care. We don't care if you're ever going to Mass. What company gives you your money back? We started having meetings in Springfield, Mass, right by the Basketball Hall of Fame. And we were literally having our 3rd meeting since that announcement, and it was on a Wednesday at 6:30. Our meeting was at 6:30, and at 4:30, up north, we don't get tornadoes. Well, we got a tornado that went across half of the state.
And took off the roof of our building on the floor we did the meetings on.
It's actually on Facebook. I was actually going to post it later on tonight so you could see the building that we were having our meetings.
Yep.
But that didn't stop us. Jenna and her family and Marie, we went out to Connecticut for the summer to this little restaurant. And at the
It
end
was it was a great pizza place that was in a house, and it had a big wraparound porch, and they had this whole room that they let us do presentations in, which was really awesome.
Yeah. And we showed up at the end of the summer, and guess what? They didn't tell us.
We showed up for a meeting.
An opportunity meeting, and the restaurant was out of business.
Out of business, closed. So we did the presentation on the porch.
There was an outlet on the porch. Jackie's like,
what? And then let's add in between all of this, Donna and I would go to like the Cape and back because we were building the team out at the Cape, and Donna's car would break down on the way in the middle of the night. Or she's been through like 3 or 4 different cars actually since she's been at Veridian. Thank God they gave her an Audi.
Wow.
I actually actually started working with some nonprofits in Connecticut. I became the first director in Massachusetts in an unopened market.
The first director in Massachusetts, right here.
In an unopened market. Went to the leadership retreat, was nominated for the Associate Sustainability Council.
Founding member.
In 2012, 2011, they announced that they were going to open. Oh, what happened is I came back from my first leadership retreat, and I was so excited because I hit director, and this was January of 2012, and I was on the directors and above leadership call. You know, when you're in network marketing, you want to be on those calls for the leaders. Well, I went into the bankruptcy office that morning at 10 o'clock and paid my bankruptcy off. It took me a year. And an hour later, Michael Falquist announced he was opening up Viridian Energy. I was like crying on the phone. We were opening up in Massachusetts. And
her life changed.
My life changed right there. February 1st, I had 39 associates. We had boots on the ground. June 1st, I went from 39 associates to 200 associates. Not as quickly as you, Jackie. I mean, God bless you. But I needed, I didn't have insurance, and I needed a surgery. And when I hit executive director and the checks started coming with commas in them, I got my first surgery in 2013. Well,
Awesome.
most surgery, my surgery, I needed to be 6 weeks with no weight bearing, literally no weight bearing. I was in a wheelchair. And Deb Healy would come pick me up. I actually, at that time, it was my left foot, so I could drive a little bit. I cheated, but I still wasn't walking on it. At the end of my 6 weeks, when they said I could do weight bearing, I went to visit my grandmother. She asked me to go pick up her free Six Flags passes. She was 88 years old. And as I'm driving into Six Flags, which is 2 doors away, 2 driveways away from my grandmother's house, I got teeth. And I didn't have the protective boot on my surgery foot, which caused nerve damage because my foot jammed. So that put me out the rest of the summer of 2013.
Just feeding the fire.
But you know what? I thank God for Viridian because most people would have lost their jobs. And because of the passive residual income, my team kept growing. I was mentoring my team over the phone. I was able to keep going. We had our annual Power Up event in Washington, D.C. And when we came back from that in 2013, 4 days after that, my brother-in-law died. Well, 2 years prior, my sister-in-law died, which left my 9-year-old nephew and 11-year-old niece without parents. There again, I thank God for Viridian. I was able to step out of the business, you know, take care of the needs of the children. When my brother and sister-in-law died, there was no life insurance policies. These kids did not come with thousands of dollars, and they came with nothing. They went through a lot, and I was able to, you know, get them into counseling. We had counseling 3 days a week. We had a 2-bedroom home with 5 people. It took me a couple months to convince my husband to let the girls go into my basement office because we had 3 kids in 1 room. And so we lived like that for a year with counseling 2 to 3 days a week, still building my business. A lot of people didn't know what we went through at home. Ended up with my 2nd foot surgery in December of 2000, just about a year ago. And at that point, Deb Healy came over to my house, and I couldn't drive at all. She picked me up in my wheelchair. She would take me to events. We didn't miss a beat. But there again, I thank God for Viridian every day. It's absolutely changed my life. We've put an addition on the house. We're actually finishing up the addition as I sit here. We're buttoning up the last of the room. I finally will go home and feel like I really have a home, a 2-bedroom home, now a 4-bedroom home. And have an amazing, I don't really call it a team, we have a community, a family. Like Viridian is really, you know, even though we don't earn income off working Crossline, we built a family community. And that's about this business. We're one family, you know, one company, and we work together to help all of us achieve, because Viridian, you know, it's, I can't say more than anything, is going to be and is the Verizon of the energy world. We are going to be an energy giant. Michael Falquist and Cami Bamey, their names are going to go down in history. Just when you say Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, people are going to know Michael Falquist and Cami Baby and Viridian. We are changing the world, and that's where I stand on it. And I am super excited to be in Texas. Honored to meet you two ladies. Looking forward to a long journey with all of us together in this community. And love you all, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And Sophia is someone that we would not know if it was, at least me, I would not know if it wasn't for this business. And she's been such an asset to the team, and she's such a great leader at the Cape. Thank God for Sophia, because there's lots of people who need her leadership. So, Sophia, meet these. Tell them a little about yourself.
Well, ladies, thanks for having us in your chat. I appreciate you looking into our side of the business and our lives. I'll just keep it brief. I am so happy I received a call from Deb Healy, and she really made something happen in my life that I always wanted to have, but I didn't really realize it. In this business, it really brought our own individual cream to the top, you know? It brought out the things that we aspired to be, but we just didn't have the vehicle to be in that element that we wanted to see ourselves in. We want, you know, we're all giving and loving souls. We are, and we want to give as much as we can to people. But there's only so much you can do. But now with this business and the opportunity that we have the chance to make many changes in many people's lives. And everyone's needs and wants are different, and they can happen for anyone. So these ladies have been a wonderful support system. You know, events happen in life where you have to step out of your business, and in the real world, your job would not, you know, really be accepting of that, you know, and you can step back in, and it's all for cross-line, up-line, it's community support. So thanks, you ladies, and I'm glad to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Quickly, Donna, tell us about that women's meeting that you have, that you're on, that you have women, because we need to get everybody plugged in to that call every week and really grow that and know that we as women are going to be leaders, and we're going to take over the men.
Definitely. It's called the Women of Viridian. It's a Facebook page. It was started back in 2013 because when we started, it still is dominated.
Man's world.
It was 85% men. As you saw, that there's only the top two leaders back then for women were Jenna and Terry. All the other couple women that were in here were through their husbands, and so we are now, like, I've come up through the ranks, Marie, Sophia, we're now getting the women leaders coming up. But what happened was a lot of women didn't feel supported because we tend to be emotional. We want to help everybody, and the men are like, just go do it, and they're like, what do you mean do it? You know, just go out there, just go out there. You know, there was no nurturing. It was just like, so a lot of women would reach out. And two women actually started this. They're no longer with the company. And what I loved about it is when they were getting ready to drop it, they kept calling me and said, oh, I can't be on the call this week. I said, oh, that's okay, I'll take it. And then I knew at some point I was going to take it over. So I just was very bold and said, okay, if you ladies don't want to do this anymore, can I take over the call? And the call is there to really help inspire women, encourage them, tell their stories, tell their success, tell their, you know, their failures. It's to really create that tight community. Because they're, you know, you think about it, what's exciting about energy? It's not something that makes you smell good. It's, you know, it doesn't make you pretty. You can't decorate your house. It's not a product thing. It's energy. And to try to attract the women and top women in this it's a little different. So you're either you come in three different categories. You're either coming in because you know you can make money. You're coming in because you really like people, or you coming in because you really like the earth, you know, caring about the renewable energy. And Cami Baby said it the best. It's called People, Planet, or Profit. And at some point, whether you came in here to just get the money, you're gonna fall. You're gonna become what we call Generation V. That that people, planet, profit. Those three circles at some point intertwine, and that's when you really become a part of our culture. I mean, Viridian is power with purpose. We're a little more than just an energy company. But the women of Viridian Call, I have different women host the call each and every week. I try to get people from, and it's not about a pin rank. I believe that every woman here, no matter if you're brand new or been in the business 6 years old, 6 years, have a value to bring and can teach all of us some type of lesson. Even if it's somebody repeating a similar story, that person could say it just a different way that somebody on that phone can change. What I love now is the men are starting to get on the call. They're like, what's this women's call? And I'm like, you guys have 4 calls a week. I mean, you got Q's call, Joe O's call twice a week. Big John has a call. Everybody has a call. But this one here was started just for the women, but now it's opening up to men and women. But it's really highlighting the women. And what I like to do is, who's ever on that call that week, is put their face to it, because we hear your names, but we don't get to see your faces all the time or hear you on the calls. And this is to really make people become aware. So I can't wait to have the Texas V Team ladies on the call and having more women on these calls. There's a couple different formats. It's your call. You can do it. Average calls are 20 minutes. If you want to take an hour, I empower you. A lot of times, if I tell people, if you have somebody coming up and new and you want to get them uncomfortable, have them open up the call. Have them tell a little bit of their story. Then you get on the call and you can talk about yourself. Then you can say, yeah, I have this woman, she just hit director. Her name is Deb Healy. Deb, are you on the call? Let's hear a little bit from you. See, sometimes I try to get 3 people on, so you're hearing 3 different women. And then there's weeks that it's just a single person on. So it's your call, you own it, it's whatever I'm empowering you to take that call to wherever you feel that direction should be that week. So, that's just go Facebook, say you want to join, we'll just inbox you and get you going.
So, young ladies, what are y'all, what is y'all's focus, like, y'all going to come and hit the Texas market? Do y'all have people already here on your downline? Are y'all going to stick around, or are y'all going to come back down and try to build Texas?
Oh, we're going to be traveling back and forth. We're going to take turns coming down, not only to support you. The biggest thing is to show the support, whether we have people here on the ground. We have some in our downlines. We have a community, small community growing. But most important is to help you understand our culture, the way we work cross-line. It's so different from any other company. We have here an abundance mentality. That's the way I look at it. It's to teach you the tools so you didn't have to go through what we did. You're not going to fail forward, because we're going to give. We did all the failing. We've already bumped our knees, smashed our head, broken our arms. We're letting you skip all that. We're going to give you all the keys to success in this business, and that's what we're here for.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And who's that lady named Sunshine? Wow, she has some energy.
Yeah. Yeah, Sunshine does. She's got a lot of energy. She's a great
I like
leader.
her name. I haven't even met her, and I like her.
Yeah. When I first met her, and we were in a previous business together, she spent the night here, and we went to church together, and I said, so she told me her name was Sunshine Stanford. And I was like, that sounds like a college, Stanford Park. I said, but what's your real name? She said, that's my name. And I was like, wow, that's real unique. Yeah. She's got a lot of energy. She's something else. Great speaker.
Yeah. No, and I love that you two ladies. I love your energy. I love your live interactive, you're inspiring us to also take it to a different level back home in the Northeast, and I think we have a lot to learn from each other, to empower each other and share what works and doesn't work. Especially, I mean, I feel you have a lot easier down here because people have to choose a supplier. Up north, it's
I know, very different.
Damn Yankees.
That's right.
You say hi to them, and they're like, "What do you want?" You know? They're like,
Exactly. Now that's another thing I wanted to tell y'all. You know, compared to up north, of the hospitality down here in Texas, isn't it awesome? Isn't it awesome that you can say hi to anybody and they're going to be friendly?
No comparison.
it's Texas is its own country.
Yeah.
No, you guys are great.
You guys are awesome.
I go to a grocery store and they have courtesy ice.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you have to buy cups up north. You got to buy ice. You got to pay for air.
yeah. Amazing.
I'm spending a lot more time in Texas. Even if it wasn't for the business, the people down here are just amazing. Just that southern hospitality, you can't beat it. You really can't.
You should just go online.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I mean,
Richie, you excited? Are you ready for tomorrow?
We're ready. I guess so. We're gonna go red carpet.
I know.
So we're gonna see you tomorrow.
As soon as I hang up the phone, that we're done here, I'm going to pack, put my suitcase in the car, so when I get up in the morning, I go straight to my office and hit the road back to Dallas.
Awesome.
We love you, Jackie.
Will you
We
try-
love you, Lucy.
y'all try-
Thank you. Love you too.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say that those who are watching, these are the women to watch out for. They will motivate you. They will tell you what works and what doesn't work in Meridian. So stay tuned and watch us every time. All right? Tomorrow lunch.
Tomorrow, y'all.
We are Generation V.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
God bless.
Tomorrow, Lucy.
I'll
Bye-bye.
see you.